minute or two.
Just checking the audio, guys.
Just checking the audio on the feed for us. Can you talk to that?
Testing.
Yeah, that'll be right.
Yeah, good. Alright guys, firstly welcome. We are obviously trying to stick to the COVID guidelines as best we can, so we are going to try and keep it brief but run through everything as best we can. Feel free to comment and ask questions. We are going to start with teams first. Alright, so we'll start with teams, we'll touch with RX, and then we'll explain the intermediate variations, kind of tying off those workouts so that we don't have to double up on everything. And then we'll touch on the individual workouts themselves. We will have a little bit of a movement demo in between. Please don't have a dig at Matt not doing the RX weights. He's not warm. All right, but we'll have a run through. So firstly, a couple of things in terms of flow. We'll have a quick look at the floor layout. So this is going to be workout 1. You guys are going to have for the teams 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So all the lanes, you guys will be starting at your lane numbers, and then 3, 2, 1, go. You guys will be making your way down onto the floor. Workout 1 is going to be the simultaneous 1A, 1B. So you guys will have the Cal row for the teams, right? And you'll be moving through the 30 wall balls, 25 deadlifts, and the 20 chest to bar on that one there, sharing as needed. The main thing with this workout, 3, 2, 1, go. Athletes will kind of make their way down the split. One athlete will jump in on the rower. Rowers will be on, ready to go. All right, judges will make sure that they are. Athletes can start. And then the main thing with this workout is the athletes will only be switching every 50 calories on the rower. All right, we'll start with the rower. So handles must go back, all right, in the handle holder. You must stop rowing or get off the rower once you hit your 50 calories, not 49, and then pull the handles at the end. All right, so you must hit your 50 calories, all right, for the men, and then respectively, you guys are going to be switching every 35 for the women, all right, on that one there. Then you can jump out the rower, make your way down, and switch. With this workout, the 2 athletes down here, or the working athlete mainly, doesn't need to stop working during that transition. All right, they can continue working through. The judge will be with them as they're accumulating those reps. Matt will give us a quick demo on a couple of things with the movements here, guys. So you've got your 30 wall balls. These are going to be heavy wall balls for your RX. So you've got 15 kilo wall ball for the men. You've got 9 kilo wall ball for the women. All right, your regular standards, hip crease below the knees. All right, judges will give you a warning first if you're close, and then you need to be middle of the target for the men. It's going to be the 9 foot, the bottom target, 10 foot. The top target for the women, it will be the bottom target, which will be the 9 foot on that one there. All right, as we said, hip crease needs to be below the knees. Judges will give you 1 warning, all right, and there'll be no repping you from there. On that, share is needed, so if you want one athlete to move through all the wall balls, you can do that. All right, if you guys want to split it as 29-1, you guys can do that as well. On this one here too, guys, you would then move on to the deadlifts. We've got 25 repetitions. All right, what we're looking for in terms of standard, we want to see full extension at the top of the deadlift, and we don't want to see any deliberate bouncing on that either. So you will get no rep for bouncing. So if Matt gives us a demo, all right, if you are looking to try and bounce those reps, we will give you no reps, even if you are meeting full extension at the top of the repetition. On that one there, guys, it cannot be a sumo deadlift. So it must be a conventional deadlift. Your hands must be outside your feet, all right? From there, you'll move into your chest to bar pull-ups. So we'll have a quick look at the chest to bar pull-ups. All right, for our RX team, it's going to be the chest to bar pull-ups. So you want to make sure that the chest is making contact. All right, must make contact. So even if you hit the height, all right, but you don't make contact with the bar, your repetition won't count for the RX. For the intermediate on Sunday, you guys need to get chin above the bar. All right, so we need to see chin clearly above the bar as we move through. We want to see full extension of the elbow down in the bottom position on that one. All right. The main things with that workout, it is just going to be the transitions with the rower. It doesn't have to be athlete 1, 2, and 3. All right, most teams are most likely going to do that workout, but you can go athlete 1, change out for the males, let's say at 50, athlete 2, come back, and then the athlete who did the first 50 calories can go back in and do the next set of 50. All right, it's just alternating at your designated changes, so 50 reps and 35 respectively. All right. If you have any comments, guys, just leave them in the comment section and we'll try and answer them as best we can. The deadlifts, the only thing that really changes is the weights for the intermediate, but same standards will apply for our intermediate. The other thing we're going to move into, guys, is workout 2. All right, so workout 2, we're going to have basically the same start. All right, you guys are going to be starting at your numbers, all right, and you're going to make your way out on that one there. You guys have, this workout is going to be for time. All right, now this is going to be tight for most teams, but it is finishable. On this one, your time will be once you guys finish your last repetition. Judges will take time. It's not going to be make your way to the finish mat. All right, so that'll just be a start mat. As soon as you complete all the work, your judge will mark your time, all right, from there. Now, if we come on over and have a look, guys, workout 2 is going to be the 100 and the 70 cal bike, respectively. All right, so males will be working through 100 calories. You guys are going to switch as often as you need on that one there. The females are going to work through the 70 calories, switching as often as they need. So 3, 2, 1, go, run out, move through, all right. Monitors will be off on these. This is super sensitive, so they'll turn on straight away, all right, and you guys will move through. The only thing with this, all right, is we do want you guys to make sure that, all right, the transitions are going to be clean. There is an individual element which we'll talk about on this one, but it's mainly the last calorie. So you can only move on once you guys actually hit the 100 calories, all right, for the boys, and that athlete can then jump off. All right, if it's at 99 and you jump off, judge will make you get back on to finish off that last calorie. All right, even if it ticks over, it'll just make you move through again, all right, for an extra calorie. The other thing with that workout, guys, as you move through, the other athlete can be ready, waiting to go. So once it hits the calories, all right, they can be at the bar ready to go if they're going to jump into on the squats. Now on that one there, you've got your 60 front squats, you've got 80, 52 and a half. All right, the weight will change for your intermediate, but your standard will be the same. All right, you can squat clean your first repetition. All right, again, squat standard, so hip crease below the knee, full extension at the top. All right, on that one before we go into the next repetition. No repetitions, what we're looking for is lack of depth. All right, so not hitting depth or not hitting extension at the top. All right, both of those will be a on that one there. You need to transition with the bar back at the ground is the other thing. All right, so you can't take the bar and pop it to the other person's shoulders. All right, the bar will need to go back to the ground on a transition. All right, and then they will clean and move into the next one. From there, you'll move into your bar muscle ups. So you guys have 45 bar muscle ups shared as needed. All right, on this one, as we said for time, at the completion of the 45th rep, when the athlete's feet make contact with the ground, then you will be given a time for the workout. All right, Matt will give us a quick demo. So standards, all right, what we're looking for is feet must never pass above the height of the bar, all right, when moving through on the bar muscle up, and you must be working through a portion of the dip. All right, so what we're looking for is you at least need to pass through some form of a dip. All right, it can't be a dead straight muscle up.
Oh my God, I nearly died.
Most people are going to go through this with the dip, but we do need to see, all right, you guys passing through the dip on the bar muscle ups, the shoulders slightly in front of the bar before you move into your next rep. On that one there, you've got your toes to bar for your intermediate. So toes must make contact with the bar on this one. All right, so we're looking for feet to break the plane, all right, the vertical plane, and then make contact. Now we're looking for them to make contact at the same time, not one after the other. So if you do happen to have left foot, right foot, all right, that would be a no rep on the toes to bar. All right.
Would one be, does the wall ball need to go on the ground?
For the transition? No. All right, so once the rep is completed, which will be when it hits the height and you've met the squat standard, all right, you can actually transition while that bar's in the air if you want to. All right. So that is going to be allowed. I think that's the main question they're asking. Other than that, guys, for that workout, if you don't complete the workout within the 12-minute time cap, you guys are going to get 1 second penalty for every rep that's not completed. All right, so if you have 10 incomplete reps, you guys will get a score of 12 minutes and 10 seconds for that one. All right. There's no split times on that either. Workout 3 and 4. So workout 3 and 4, guys, you've got an 11-minute time cap for the first part, all right, and then you've got 7 minutes to establish your lift, which we'll run through now. All right, your movements are going to be wall walks, legless rope climbs, all right, strict handstand push-ups, and then squat cleans. This is for RX. I'll touch on the intermediate straight after. On this one, it is 6 rounds for time, round for round. All right, so it will be athlete 1, followed by athlete 2, followed by athlete 3, followed by athlete 1, 2, and 3, all right, on that one there. So each athlete will do 2 rounds. We'll talk about the transition or the substitution that's allowed in there in a second. Now on this one, you've got your wall walks, all right, which we'll start with. We've got the regular starting position as for all the workouts. So Matt will make his way down the floor. All right, the team will make their way down. All right, what you're gonna find for the RX, there's gonna be a mat for the handstand push-ups, and then you've got your wall walk setup. Now you've got a generalized standard, so you're gonna have your hands in contact for the boys, needs to be in contact with the blue line. All right, your hands cannot leave that line until your feet are on the wall. All right, each rep will start, so this will be open standard, with the chest on the ground. All right, from there, he'll make his way up the wall. So he can move once his feet are on the wall. He just needs to make contact with the blue line. It's going to be a general line for males and females, and he needs to come back to the blue line. All right, once his fingertips touch that blue line, his rep is completed. All right, so on the 4th rep, he doesn't need to make contact with the ground. Make sense? All right, every rep will start with the chest on the ground, finish when the hands make contact with your start line. Now, females are going to have the yellow line. All right, same standards apply. So females are going to have the shorter line as you move through. All right, pretty general, guys. Should be pretty safe for everyone on this one. On the wall walks, it's going to be the one that you guys saw in regionals.
Okay.
So, games. All right, the one they use at the games for the general standard. It's pretty much similar to that one. All right. From there, you're going to move into your legless rope climbs. So the legless rope climbs. Judges are going to be looking for a couple things. You can have a jumping start. All right, it's going to be green line for the females, and it's going to be black line for the males. You just need to make contact with the line. You don't need to physically grab it. All right, so touch is going to be adequate. Matt will give us a quick demo. All right, must be legless, so we do need to see no clamping with the thighs. Make contact, and then you can use the legs on the way down. All right, as we said, 15 foot for the males, and it's going to be 12 foot for the females. Now clamping is the main thing that the judges are going to be looking out for. So if we do go for that reach and Matt clamps with his thighs, that will be a no rep on that one there. Before the touch. All right. If it's simultaneous, there may be a little bit of leeway. All right, but we do need to see you guys legless, make contact, and then you can use your legs on the way down to assist. All right. We'll touch, as we said, we'll touch on the intermediate. From there, strict handstand push-ups. Being strict, we're only allowed to have the feet in contact with the wall. You'll have these mats, all right? Your fingers are allowed to be just off the mat, but we do need to see the palm of your hand, all right, inside the, basically the parameters that are created by the length of the mat, or the width, and then from there, we'll move through. Head makes contact, full extension at the top, all right? Judges are looking for that soft lockout, so finishing out in front, not head through the shoulders at the top of the movement. From there, you'll move into your squat cleans. The squat clean weight is 100 kilos for the males and 70 kilos. All right, passing through that squat, hitting full extension before you go to the next position. All right, now the main thing with that workout, once Matt's completed, let's say things went perfect, he got through all the movements, he'll run out, tag athlete 2 will make their way out and complete theirs. All right, in the scenario that Matt can't complete a movement, so let's say he can't do the squat clean weight as the example. He gets through all the work, he gets the squat clean weight, he wants to have an attempt, he fails, he can run out and tag an athlete to complete that movement. All right, so he will run out and tag an athlete. Now it can be any of those athletes, even if they've just done a round. All right, they will complete 7 burpees, all right, once the tag has been made. All right, they will make their way out. They will complete the movement that they've been tagged in for. All right, it's going for 3 repetitions. All right, and then they'll make their way back and tag the next athlete. All right, now in the scenario that they're the next athlete, all right, and they've just finished that last movement, they'll make their way down, simulate as if they were doing a transition, come back out. All right, in the scenario that it was rope climbs and they were tagging the original athlete back in, the burpee penalty doesn't apply again. All right, they'll just tag the athlete back in if they completed the legless rope climb, and then that athlete will complete the rest of the movements. All right, that tag can be used as much as you need on that one there. But those rules will just apply. The only thing differently with that one is going to be your intermediates movements. So the intermediate, you got bar facing burpees, right, and you got the wall walks. So someone can be tagged in for the wall walks, and where you might see them, right, and then someone might just be tagged in for the squat clean weight. But same rules apply. It's going to be the 7 burpees for that tag for assistance on completion, right, and then they'll come back out and tag the next person. All right. From there, guys, if you do finish early, you aren't allowed to load your bar. So your bar will be at your squat clean weight. It needs to stay at that weight, even if you complete the workout in 9.5 minutes. All right, at the 9.5 minutes, you've got the 3 athletes, they can start getting the bar ready. All right, now this is gonna be a 2 RM hang squat snatch. All right, so you are gonna need to deadlift the first repetition. Any hang is gonna be acceptable. So high hang is accepted. General hang is gonna be accepted. All right, and then below the knee will be accepted as well. So if you do want to work from below the knee, that's fine. It would just be if the bar made contact with the ground, but that would be a no rep. Judges will be cueing you guys as good rep on the first lift, so do wait for that. Wait for them to give you a successful first lift. All right, we just want to try and avoid athletes going down without showing stability or control at the top of the movement. So make sure that you wait for your judge, and your judge says good. Maybe then hit your next repetition to play it safe. All right, judge will give you a heads up early on while you're doing some of the lighter lifting and you're building into it. They will say, hey, I need you just to hold at the top a little bit longer. All right, so just make sure you're communicating with your judge as best you can. For the intermediate, it is power or squat, so you can use either. All right, but it's still going to be from the hang, so you can hang power. All right, and the no rep will be given if you're pressing it out from below the head. All right, so if they're the eye line and Matt presses it out, that would be a no rep as well. All right, so if there is a little bit of a press out with the bars above the head when this happens, that's fine. All right, we'll accept that, but we're just not going to allow any pressing out from below the head. All right, that would be accepted on that one. The only other thing, guys, for your lift to count, clips must be on the bar. All right, we have given you guys fresh clips as well, so Matt will just give us a quick demo on the ends here. All right, do make sure if you've never used these before that you familiarize yourself with them. They do have a click mechanism. All right, so you'll click them, and then you'll slide them off. All right, so they have a click to click open, then you'll slide them on and shut them. All right, nice and easy to use if you use them properly. If you don't click them open, that's where they get hard to use. Other than that, guys, if there is any questions on that workout, whether that be for the RX intermediate, chuck them in the comments, and then we'll get back to you as quick as we can. All right. We are going to move into the individual workouts. So individual workouts, this is the one we'll touch a little bit more on everything. There is only one thing that really changes with the flow, and that's for workout 1 in terms of start positions, which we'll touch on. So workout 1 is going to be 21, 15, 9. You've got thrusters at 50 and 35. So 50 for the males, 35 for females, and you've got burpee box jump overs, 24 and 20 each on the box. 7-minute time cap, arms are allowed to be used on the box, which we'll touch on. This will have a start like this, it's heats of 14. So you guys will be starting in your lanes next to your lane number. All right, 3, 2, 1, go. You'll make your way to the bar. All right, you'll have your bar out in front of you and your box in front as well. You'll move through your thrusters, hip crease below knees, full extension at the top of the movement. All right, as we're moving through. Make sure you talk to your judge if you do want some specific counting. Let me know when I'm at 15. All right, I want you to tell me when I've got 3 to go. Just try and communicate as best we can with that. From there, you'll go to the box, burpee box jump overs, chest must make contact with the ground. All right, we can step in, 2-foot takeoff, and we can step down. All right, so we are looking for a 2-foot takeoff, 2-foot landing. You don't need to hit the extension of the hips, knees, and ankles as we transition over. We do need to make sure that we are perpendicular though. So we need to be perpendicular to the box. You cannot be lateral to the box. All right, on this one you are allowed to use the hands. The only thing is the feet must make contact. All right, so feet will always make contact, whether you decide to jump over or whether you decide to assist with your arms. All right, we can't work with the feet going directly over. Matt wants to show us a bad rep. All right, and the arms being used. All right, now what you can do is you can go no arms directly over. All right, so if Matt wanted to, this would be an accepted rep as long as he traveled over the box and he didn't drag himself around the outside of the box. All right, he's castrated. From there, he'll go back to barbell, move through his 15, 15, 9, 9. Once your feet make contact with the ground on your final repetition, your judges will give you a time. All right.
Because there's going to be 2 boxes.
Yeah, I understand. Yeah, so just consider, guys, you are going to have basically barbells either side of the box. All right, so one athlete will be working here, one athlete will be working here, all right, as you guys do move through. So it will be a little bit of a tight fit. You guys have plenty of room. I think you've got about 9 square meters anyway. All right, but just do your best for some of the taller boys. Just make sure that you communicate which box you're going to be using before we start that first one. All right.
Is the one on your right?
Yeah, just stick to your right. You guys should be fine on that one. All right, judges will give you a guide as well. Other than that, guys, workout 2, you've got 80 and 60 cal row into 60 heavy wall balls, followed by 50 deadlifts and 40 chest to bar pull-ups with a 12-minute time cap. You guys are going to be moving through by starting on your numbers. So this will go back to lanes of 7. All right, so we're not going to continue with heats of 14. You guys will have way more room. You'll be starting the same as the teams down at the start mat. 3, 2, 1, go. You'll make your way out. Rollers will be on. All right, you guys will jump in, move through your row. All right, once you complete 80 calories, and that's not 79, it's 80, place the handles back, you can jump out, and you guys will make your way down to your wall balls. Wall ball standard will be exactly the same. All right, you're going to have the females working to 9 foot, the males working to 10 foot. All right, females are going to have the 9 kilo, males are going to have the 30 pound or the 15 kilo wall ball. At the completion of the 60th rep, you guys will make your way to your barbell. We've got 50 deadlifts, same standards will apply as the team. Full extension of the knees and hips at the top of the movement, all right, with the shoulders behind the barbell. So you will get no rep if the shoulders are in front of the barbell at the top, and you will get no rep for bouncing the barbell over it, all right, on that one. You will then hit your 40 chest to bar pull-ups. Alright, starting with full extension of the elbows, chest making contact at the top of the movement as we move through. Again, if you hit the height but you don't make contact with the bar, you'll get a no rep for that chest to bar pull-up. Alright. Workout 3 and 4. We're going to move into this one. So workout 3 and 4 is going to be your 9-minute AMRAP, followed by your 1-minute rest into your 6 minutes to establish a 2RM hang squat snatch. You guys will have the same start position as workout 2. 3, 2, 1, go, you will make your way out. You're going to have the same general standard for the wall walks as the RX teams. All right, you're going to have your hands, fingertips in contact with the blue. Hollywood's coming a little bit closer. Feet must be on the wall, then you can move. Just need to make contact with the blue line at the wall, come back, make contact, and then you can move into your next repetition. Again, your repetition starts with the chest on the ground, all right, and it finishes with the hands back in contact with the blue line for the males, back in contact with the yellow line for the females. All right, so on the completion of your 8th repetition, you don't need to get your chest to the ground. All right. From there, you'll move into your 3 legless rope climbs, 15 foot for the males, 12 foot for the females. Right, black line for the males just needs to be a touch, doesn't have to be a grab or full hand, and legs can be used and thighs can be used on the way down. Right, you can drop. We are probably going to see some of the RX individual athletes using their drop for the descent. As long as it's expressing control, that will be allowed. But if you are dropping and there's no control whatsoever, right, then judges are going to give you guys a no rep for that one. We do want to see you at least maintaining safety as you move up and down on the road. From there, guys, you are going to move into your 8-strict handstand push-ups. So from the legless, you'll make your way back. Each lane has their own rope. You guys will be using the mats vertically. All right, we're going to use that width as our guide. Now, the palm of your hand needs to be on the mat. Fingers can be off. So if Matt moves out, he can have his fingers off, but he can't have his palm off. All right, your palm is going to be defined as basically if I just took my fingers off. All right, so you're going to find the same standard that you guys had for the open. Now on that, you can actually come further away from the wall if you want to. Head judges will deem gaming if it's there, all right, but there shouldn't be any gaming as we move through on that one there. We do want to see full extension at the lockout, so we are looking for that soft finish position out in front. We do want to see head through the shoulders, nice stack position. All right, so finishing where you start. From there, you're going to move into your 3 squat cleans. These are going to be 110 for the males and 70 kilos for the females. All right, females will have a 15 kilo bar, males will have their 20 kilo bar. All right, passing through full extension. We don't need to pass through full extension on the extension element of the first pull. All right, but we do need to see full extension on the squat. All right, so we do want to see you guys extended and controlled at the top of the movement before you go into the next one. You are allowed to cycle the bar as long as you're meeting those standards. All right, so as long as you are showing control at the top of the movement, and then you can hold on for your rep 2 and 3. That is going to be a 9-minute AMRAP, so you go back to the wall walks from that one there. All right, you don't have anything to move or anything like that. It'll just be from the 3rd rep back to your wall walks, moving into round 2, round 3, potentially round 4, depending how far you get. You then will rest from 9 till 10. So you get 60 seconds to have a bit of a rest. All right, in this 60 seconds, we are going to be allowing the individuals to load their bar. All right, so individuals are allowed to touch their bar, get it ready for their first lift, and then they're going to move into their 6 minutes to establish their 2 RM. Maddie will give us a quick demo on this one. So the 2 RM on the hang squat snatch. All right, deadlift the first repetition. Any hang is accepted. So high hang, conventional hang, and below the knee is accepted as well. All right, we do need to see squat snatch, so we do need to see hip crease below the knees, or at least breaking that 90 as we move through on that. Judges again are going to let you know the good rep on the first rep, so wait for that, especially early on. If they do feel like you're coming down a bit early before you're demonstrating control, maybe I'm still stumbling it out or haven't quite hit extension, they will let you know that early on if they're worried about it. All right? Communicate with your judge, they'll let you know what's expected straight up. The only other thing with that, the bar must be off the ground if you're going to complete it after the 6th minute. All right, so if at 5:59 Matt's got the bar through halfway through the deadlift or off the floor, all right, he can finish this lift. So he can have a go at completing this lift after time on that one. All right, that will be for the teams as well.
WOD 3 and 4 are using the same barbell, and for WOD 4, I just lost it. And for WOD 4, if we don't hit a weight, can we drop the weight and try again at a lighter weight?
Same barbell. Yes.
Yes, same barbell.
Yeah, so you've only got 1 bar.
And then, yes.
So the girls have a female bar, and the boys will have a male's bar, and you can go up and down.
Okay.
Yeah. So if you do, you don't have to only go up. You can bring the weight back down if you do fail a lift,
Cool.
as long as it's within the time restraint or the work window. And then, as we said, as long as the bar's off the ground when it's your 6 minutes is up, you can complete or attempt to complete that lift. Other than that, guys, we do have a final, which will only be the top heat of males and the top heat of females. This will be top 7. All right, so it'll be top 7 individual females, and it'll be top 7 individual males. This is going to be an interval style workout. All right, the way it'll work is basically you got 2 2-minute work windows for your first 2, and then you have a 3-minute work window for your last one. All right, so this will be 2 minutes on, all right, 1 minute off times by 3. But that last round, you're going to have that extra 60 seconds to work. All right, so you'll have the full 3 minutes on that one. The way this will work is a bit of a sprint workout. You guys have your 20 and 16 cal echo bike, but it is going to be the same start position. All right, so Matt will make his way down the floor, jump on the bike, move through his calories. All right, 19, once he hits 20, bum off seat. All right, and then he'll move into his 10 front squats. 80 kilos for the boys, 52.5 for the girls. All right, hitting full extension at the top of the movement, making sure hip crease breaks 90. All right, and then bar back to the ground as we move through. You can squat clean the first repetition. From there, you'll work through an AMRAP of bar muscle ups in your remaining time. All right, you must use the bars within your lane. If you do need a boost before we start, for the girls in particular, just let us know. But every lane should have a high and a low bar. All right, so you should have basically access to 3 different heights. So you'll have a low bar, all right, a middle bar, and a high bar. You can use either 3 of them. All right, now the only thing to consider, you've got 2 zinc and then 1 coded. All right, so that bar that does run, or the middle height, is going to be coded on that one there. All right, so if Maddie just wants to give us a quick demo. All right, on the muscle ups, what we're looking for, we don't want the feet to pass above the bar. All right, when moving through on that kit, and we want you to make sure that you're passing through some form of a dip on the muscle up itself. All right, so if we get to about 5 degrees and we at least pass through some form of a dip, the muscle up will be accepted. We do want to see the shoulders just slightly in front of the bar at the top of the movement. All right, so we don't want to see you pushing away, hitting lockout as we're falling away. All right. On that too, guys, you'll be accumulating reps. All right, so if Matt gets 10, score 10, then he'll get a 60-second rest. We'll go back to the start. All right, so you go back to the start, then it'll be 3, 2, 1 into his second effort. All right, so second round, back on the bike, head bang, back on the front squats. All right, if he's got anything left, back on the muscle ups. All right, we all know Matt goes too hard on the first round of an assault bike or echo bike, so might not make the second round. From there, the third round, guys, as we said, you're gonna have that extra 60 seconds to work, so it will be a 3-minute work window for you guys, but everything else will be exactly the same. You'll be scored on your total amount of bar muscle-ups completed in those 3 windows. All right. If you have any questions, guys, leave them in the comments on that one there. All right, and we'll do our best, as we said, to go through them. Do you have any questions on that?
Give it a little bit because it's a bit delayed.
Yeah. We'll post these, guys, and we'll try and put some timestamps on there too, so you guys can just check out your the team workouts and the individual workouts if you want to. That way you don't have to listen to the entire thing. All right. Thank you. We look forward to tomorrow. All right, and thanks for your support, guys. Make sure that we get around and we support all the vendors. I know it has been a little bit funny with COVID at the moment, but we do have plenty of vendors going out of their way to be here and put on some stuff for you guys. So please take some time just to go say hello, have a chat, all right, see how the guys are doing. Thank you.
Ja, fucking sweet. Well, that's probably good enough.